Good morning and welcome to NewsWatch Today. I'm Ruby Mitchell.
And I'm Nicholas Brownlee. This week, the U.S. and Canada discuss a trade agreement.
And Ukraine agrees to a ceasefire proposal.
Madison Tabor is here with your forecast, and Nicholas McKinley has the latest sports news. This is NewsWatch Today. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Standing by is our weather anchor, Madison, to give us the first look at the forecast.
Yes, Madison, what should we be expecting from weather today?
Yes, we've had some very warm weather lately, and today's no exception. Today, the high right now is 49, and it feels like 47, so we're still feeling a little cold, a little not warm enough, and then our wind is 13 miles per hour. But as we go into the day, our high is going to be 79, so it's going to feel like summer, but we have 0% chance of rain, and wind is 13 miles per hour. And we'll see what the rest of the weather will look like in a few, so stay with us.
Thanks, Madison. I'm sure hoping this nice weather will stick around.
Me too. I'm hoping for spring. I'm ready for it.
Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has accepted the ceasefire proposal the United States made with the U.S. during their talks in Saudi Arabia. This proposal is designed to cover every military aspect of Ukraine. However, Zelensky wants the U.S. to propose the same ceasefire to Russia and convince them to agree. That way, the ceasefire will truly begin. In response, America resumed its security assistance with Ukraine, and the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, is currently working towards peace with Russia alongside President Donald Trump.
On Tuesday night, Evangel's music department hosted their instrumental chamber ensemble concert. The strings, woodwind, and brass ensembles all played various musical pieces to students and community members in the Barnett Recital Hall. The showcased ensemble put much practice into performing the pieces for Tuesday's concert.
Students in the instrumental ensembles meet once per week with their respective teachers. Some of them will put in extra time because in some occasions you have some of the students forming small groups, trios, duets, quartets, and they will often meet outside of regular class as well.
If you would like to attend future concerts from Evangel's music department, you can go to the website located on Evangel's website.
U.S. and Canadian leaders will renegotiate the free trade treaty between the countries. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Ontario Premier Doug Ford will meet on Thursday in Washington. The meeting comes after a Tuesday threat from President Donald Trump, saying he may double the tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, from 25% to 50%. Instead, early Wednesday, the Trump administration imposed a sweeping 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imported into the U.S. That includes imports from Canada. Canada responded with a 25% tariff on $20 billion worth of U.S. goods, including aluminum and steel products, computers, and sporting equipment. That tariff begins Thursday. This past Tuesday, Evangel hosted its annual gift card bingo. Here with the story is Ethan Mency.
The Evangel Activities Board hosted their yearly gift card bingo this past Tuesday in the Valor Dining Hall. This year, the theme from bingo was Senior Citizens, which invited attendees to dress up as a senior for a chance to win prizes. As soon as you went through the doors, you were given a warm smile by the staff, who were all dressed as senior citizens, as well as a bingo card. There was also an option of partaking in a free breakfast for a dinner meal. There are many forms of bingo games played, such as Classic, X-Shaped, and even Blackout, giving some spicy variety to the game. Many gift cards were won to places such as Chick-fil-A and Sonic. In the event of a double bingo where two or more people get a bingo at the same time, fun mini-games were played to see who would win the gift card. These mini-games included a Jello cup eating race, rock, paper, scissors, and find that Bible verse. There were also other prizes given, such as Best Dressed Senior Citizen Costume, Best Old-Timey Catchphrase, and Weirdest Family Recipe Competition via Instagram post. With over 175 attendees throughout the night, the event was always lively and full of energy, making it an unforgettable night. With the major success of this bingo night, the Activities Board hopes to continue bingo next year with even more silly themes and more fun prizes.
Coming up, a closer look into Evangel's Global Impact Week.
After that, I'll talk with a member of Evangel's community engagement team. Stay with us.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Last week, Evangel University celebrated Global Impact Week. Here is Titus Smith with the story.
Global Impact Week is an event held by Evangel University every year to promote different missions organizations around the world. Groups participating in the event set up booths along the chapel hall in order to share with students their missions and impacts.
I have two main goals. The first one is to connect students that are already interested in missions with the opportunities that we have in Latin America and Caribbean, and to make it clear on how they can take that next step after university. And then the second one was those groups of students that might not know too much about missions or might not know much about Latin America, to connect them with clear information on what is going on in that region, the deep need that is still needed. 82% of those that live in this region are unengaged with a clear version of the gospel.
Some groups who participated in the event included Asian Little Ones, a group working to house and educate orphans and vulnerable children in Asia; Project Protect Me, a group who strive to prevent human trafficking; and Convoy of Hope, who help with disaster relief and provisions around the world, including here in America. Additionally, missionary leaders ministered to the student body and shared their experience in the mission field.
I liked how they talked about like the kids saying that they're like that they need hope and stuff, and there's still hope for them, and then so that's why you have to go there. And well, you don't have to, but you can go there to pray for them. I had no idea like about how much you're changing their lives and stuff.
Global Connections Week brought awareness to the needs of people around the world and demonstrated how we as students can make a difference today. If you know which trip you would like to sign up for, contact your academic advisor for the Global Connections classes necessary. I'm Titus Smith for NewsWatch Today.
Standing by is Ruby with Maddie Berry, who will be giving us a closer look into the community engagement team. Ruby?
Thanks, Nick. With us today is community engagement team member Maddie. Maddie, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So some quick questions. What is community engagement here on campus, and what does that look like?
So community engagement is a part of the impact team through student ministries, and basically we just get to like connect students with different organizations and just helping them to be able to serve with different of the organizations just right in our backyard.
Yeah, that's awesome. What does your role on that team look like?
So my role on the team is just me just sitting here or attending meetings, answering emails, and just connecting with different students around campus that want to get connected through, so.
Awesome. What is the overall goal of community engagement here on campus?
So the goal is for students, like I said, to just continue to get connected with different organizations and to just like help serve the community of Springfield and to reach people to Jesus through this. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Could you tell us about a past community engagement project from this last semester or from the fall?
Yeah. So last semester we did this event called Make a Difference Day, and there were 7 different organizations that students got to choose from, and there were tables set up in the lobby of the chapel, so they were able to be there and like see which organization that that they were able to serve in and that fit within their schedule. So every single spot that I know of got filled through that. That's and awesome. More even, and like people were able to serve even though those spots were filled. So like everyone, it was just a really great turnout.
That's awesome.
So.
What made you want to be a part of this group?
So I kind of just wanted to try something new because I was a devotional leader with whenever it was called Crosswalk last school year. And I really enjoyed that, but I was also praying about it, and I also just kind of just wanted to step out more in my comfort zone and doing something else.
Yeah,
So.
do you think this has been a good opportunity for you to step out of that and to kind of grow?
Yeah, because it's just been helping me to be able just to connect with more people on this campus and just to build those relationships and just having people just serve in Springfield that want to serve. So
that's awesome. Are there any, we talked about past events that have happened, are there any upcoming engagement opportunities that students should be aware of?
Yeah, so there's an event that's coming up on April 16th called Valor Volunteer Day. And it starts at 2 o'clock and it will end whenever it ends. But yeah, so basically we get to, or there'll be sign-ups probably during chapel sometime soon. And there'll be like announcements through like the chapels and stuff. And then, so yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Could you repeat the dates and times for that one last time?
Yeah, so it's April 16th and it starts at 2 p.m.
Awesome. If students are interested in being a part of community engagement, how should they go about doing that?
So you could just contact any of the community engagement team. You can go mostly just Megan Galindo.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. And then is Megan Galindo in charge of? Okay, awesome. Could you give us an explanation of why students should get involved in community engagement, what the importance of that is?
So, yeah, it's just important to just be able to serve.
Just to get connected.
Just to get connected and just to like reach people to Jesus.
Yeah, awesome. And that's the goal. That's why we're here at Evangel, right? Well, Maddie, thank you so much for being here with us today and for giving us a glimpse into what community engagement is here on campus.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go back to the desk with Nick and Madison.
Thanks, Ruby. So Madison, will this warm weather be here to stay?
Yeah, we have some more warm weather coming through, but we do have some cold weather coming up. But we'll see that first soon in my full forecast, so stay with us.
Of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org. It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
866 new marine species have been discovered according to the Ocean Census, a global alliance established in 2023 intended to protect sea life. These discoveries include a guitar-shaped shark, a venomous deep-sea snail, an Arctic sea star, various kinds of coral, and more. The Alliance's goal is to accelerate the pace of discovery as well as identify 100,000 new species over 10 years. Michelle Taylor, a principal investigator at Ocean Census, said that better marine comprehension and expedited discovery processes are the best way to combat the challenges marine environments face.
Wow, a guitar-shaped shark does sound cool, but a deep-sea venomous snail? That is something I never want to meet in my entire life.
I completely agree. I am fine here on dry land, safe from all of the mysteries of the sea. Speaking of which, Madison, what weather conditions can those of us here in landlocked Missouri expect?
Well, I think it's safe to say that spring has officially sprung, or more correctly, that summer has sprung. Today's current conditions, we have a high of 49, that's what it feels like right now, and we have winds of 5 miles per hour. But as we go into the day, we're gonna actually get up to 79 degrees, almost 80 degrees, where it feels like summer outside, with a 13 miles per hour wind. But as we go into Friday, we're still gonna have high 70s, low 70s, but it feels like 56 degrees, so it's kind of feeling a little cold. And then as we go into Saturday, we're actually gonna drop into 57 degrees, and it's gonna feel like 45, and it's gonna be cloudy. And when we go into our satellite, we can see that there's some storms kind of going on here. We have some moisture in the air. If we go into our radar, we can kind of see that where that's happening. It's kind of beginning in the south. So we're seeing some storms coming over here. We're seeing some storms up in this area. But for Missouri right here, we don't have any storms. We do have some high winds coming on, and that's kind of because of the weather, the heat that we're feeling. But we don't have any moisture going on where we're at. And going back to our national forecast, as I was saying, there's some rain going on down in here, and we have some winds that are kind of intersecting each other. That's why we're not really seeing much of any precipitation, anything like that. And then if we go into our full forecast for the extended week, we see, like I said, 79 today, 72 tomorrow, 57 on Saturday, Sunday's 55. So we're having a bit of a cooler weekend as we go into the weekend. And then when we go back into the week, 72 on Monday, 71 on Tuesday, and then we're gonna really drop on Wednesday with 47. It's gonna be rainy. That's kind of what we're seeing through the whole week. But this has been All Things Weathery with Madison Tabor. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Madison. After the break, Nicholas McKinley will be here to give us the latest sports news.
And we'll take a look at how to be prepared for the upcoming spring allergies. Stay with us.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Spring is around the corner, and some may be looking forward to the flowers and warmer weather. But if you're one of the millions of Americans who suffer from seasonal allergies, you may be dreading this time of year. But experts say you can help lessen the impact of allergies. CNN reporter Mandy Gaither talks to an allergist about what to do now to prepare for the spring allergies.
It's that time of year again. The flowers, the sun, the pollen.
If you wait until you start to have symptoms, those allergy cells are already starting to get unhappy.
That's why allergist Dr. Christopher Brooks with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says if you're one of the millions who suffer from spring allergies, prepare now to lessen and even prevent some symptoms before they get out of control. He says to begin using sprays. Saline can help clear the nasal passages, and a steroid nasal spray can help reduce inflammation.
Some of the generics are things like fluticasone or mometasone. So starting 1 or 2 sprays per nostril every day, a week before symptoms start, will be a great place to start.
If sprays aren't for you, Brooks says to start a long-acting antihistamine pill before symptoms start. And once pollen is in the air, check pollen forecasts, limit outdoor time at peak pollen time, continue taking allergy medications, especially ones prescribed to you, and practice good hygiene like washing hands and showering after being outside.
If they're keeping you from sleeping, they're keeping you from living your fullest quality of life, I think it's a great idea to talk to your doctor, with your primary care doctor or allergist, to look for next steps to help you make you feel better.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
That is some pretty helpful information about how to stay well this spring.
For sure, Nick. Now let's turn to Nicholas McKinley, who's here to give us the latest in sports. Nick?
Thank you, Ruby. Star defensive end Joey Bosa signed a 1-year contract with the Buffalo Bills on Tuesday. The signing comes as the 5-time Pro Bowler was cut from the Los Angeles Chargers roster in March. Bosa is just one of the many big names who have found new homes in the NFL this offseason. Quarterbacks like Justin Fields and Sam Darnold have also signed with new teams in the past few days. All of these veteran acquisitions are the result of teams prepping for April 24th, when they will be able to select rookies in the NFL draft. The Cleveland Cavaliers clinched the Central Division of the Eastern Conference Tuesday night as they won their 15th straight game in a row. This streak ties the franchise's record for most consecutive wins. The win against the Brooklyn Nets brought Cleveland's season record to 55-10, which also sets a record for the 5th best start to a season in NBA history. This historic performance from the team comes as several key players were out on Tuesday's game due to various wellness issues. The Cavaliers' next goal is to clinch the #1 spot in the Eastern Conference for the NBA playoffs. The Evangel Valor women's golf team gave a strong performance as they earned a top 3 finish in the Evangel Spring Invitational earlier this week. The competition, which was hosted in Nixa at the Rivercut Golf Course, saw 2 of the golfers, Susanna Blackwell and Catherine Rhodes, rank in the top 10, with them getting 3rd and 8th place respectively. Kaylee Umbright and Elena Danielle Nill also earned spots in the top 25 for the day. The women's team's next competition will be on March 24th at the Ozarks National Invitational in Hollister. Now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Nick. The women's Valor golf team's doing good.
Yeah. I also can't wait to hear how the Cleveland Cavaliers will finish their season. Tune in to hear about a fast food chain's rebrand of a beloved frozen treat. Stay with us.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The iconic Wendy's Frosty is about to get a makeover. The fast food chain announced Thursday that the coming months, they will be rolling out new ways to customize the sweet treat. After decades of only offering 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla, you will now have the option to add in various sauces or choose from a variety of mix-ins. Wendy's is also changing their packaging, designing a new cup, lid, and blue spoon to go along with the major expansion. However, there is no word yet on when these new frozen treats will be available.
Well, Ruby, do you think you will give that new Frosty treat a try?
I mean, I'm gonna have to, especially if the weather stays as warm as it has been. Speaking of which, Madison, how does the weather look for the next few days?
Yeah, it looks very warm for today. We have a high of 79, so almost 80 degrees. It feels kind of like summer today. And as tomorrow we go in the week, tomorrow it's 72. And then in the weekend, we're gonna kind of drop into the 50s, but we'll go back up on Monday and Tuesday into the 70s, and on Wednesday, we'll go back down. So we're kind of seeing a bit of incline of weather, but it's gonna be warm overall. So back to you guys.
Thanks, Madison. That's all for us today. Check out euvalormedia.com for more Evangel news. I'm Ruby Mitchell.
And I'm Nicholas Brownlee. Please join us next week here on NewsWatch Today.